Hi guys, um, here is a small review of our previous game. It will be about 10 minutes of records, which I would like to comment. So let's start from the episodes and then I will comment on the main mistakes. Here is the first one, and we can see that we practically have to switch to one of the cameras to the right. We have Milosh, as far as I remember, here, and Dennis closer to the episode, but for some reason we are watching the game and the ball to the right from the center. It's preferred to have the ball in the center of the image or in the way where the attack is going to see the future possibilities of the attack. So here is a quite good cut, but we can see that in fact the close-up camera was not ready, so it was a bad call of the director. And after that, when the call was late and the camera was on air, it was a kind of mistake from the point of the cameraman that he started moving very unstable, like this, you see, when he was on air. So uh, this is one of the main mistakes which will be along the whole video, that there were problems with communication between director and the cameraman. The calls, it looks like that calls are made too late and cameramen are not ready. And here we can see the missing ball by the white shot. And the next episode here is that another problem, which you will, of course, will solve in future, that when we have a very long pauses in the game, like this one, we have to use cameras. Yes, here's a quite bad replay, which also shows the bad work of close camera, which is very moves very quickly. So we have when we have pauses. Okay, this episode will be later. When we have a long pauses, for example, when the ball is out, we have time to show close-ups from two cameras to somehow make the broadcast more interesting. But we are waiting too long for this. And here's the standard mistake. Then the ball is thrown and the camera flies away with the ball. This makes a bad cut. Here is a good example of positioning the camera. We better move somehow player to the central position, but it's rather close and okay. But you see, once again, the cameraman followed the ball and it created a kind of bad transition. Here is another episode from the white camera is now zooming in, and this is good, but it should have done this much earlier before to avoid. Of course, this is a feature of this stadium that we will always have for sure, this yellow pipe here when we look right to left, but the zooming in shows that there is a possibility to somehow cut this. So this is the main idea for main camera, that it should zoom in, zoom out. Here you can see that it zooms good. This is a good zoom by camera, so it should be done much earlier. Here is example of a good replay. I just not only criticize but also would like to say that this was good. So here is another example of a long pause. Look at like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have replaced it. While the replay was preparing, we could just, for example, show some close-up view or make replay much earlier because it was a really big pause. And here we go again this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 10. And here is the next episode. But here I would like to attract your attention to the position of camera, which is very low. We have all the events happening on the remember to try to keep the ball in the center of the camera. Now we have a lot of green grass here, but the events are happening on the practically on the graphic. So it could be higher. Here is example of again bad transition to the close-up camera, which is showing advertisements or something like this. So in my view, the camera should be on this guy or on this guy or maybe on these guys, but not on the empty chair. So where is there are no cuts. This is just very very strange. The cameraman have no task what he's showing. This is both the mistake of the director and the cameraman. Here is again wide shot camera. A small problem of the analyzing the events of the game since there was a whistle, fall, and game stopped, but someone kicks the ball and camera flies away following the ball, but there is no need to do this since the episode is on the right, and then it goes back. Here is a good replay of this episode, very nice one. And you see that the cameraman start trying to fly away following the ball, but there is no need to do this since there is whistle, the game is stopped. So just left your camera here and the director will switch to you. There's no need to follow the ball since the game was stopped. Here is a good close-up view. We can see that somehow the head of the guy is on the graphics, but if we consider the position of the main object, the position is good. This is a good shot, good shot. Yes, but you see again, the person is leaving and the camera stands stable. Why it is not following, I don't know. We better follow him. This is another example of quite a bad cut. It's not that terrible, but quite a bad. The best thing is to somehow stay here and then cut to the main camera, but there is a small move to the left which makes it, you see, not a little bit dirty. And once again, moving the ball, moving the camera, following the ball. This is a dirty in transition, but not super bad. And here is the thing I spoke at the very beginning. Then we have the attack going right. We better have the ball somewhere here to show the people how the swing of the attack opens. I hope you understand what I mean. So we have a lot of players here which are not participating in the attack, but we can see what is happening on this side. So it's better to move camera along the attack far to the right. You see the guy with the ball practically leaves the image, but we have a lot of space which is not used now. This is also, by the way, a kind of mistake from the director. He, uh, seeing this, he could very fastly, very fast, switch to the camera which was operated by Dennis in this game, since he was much closer to the situation and had a better view. But you see that it's on the edge, and now we lost the ball. We can't see what is happening. Is there a player or no? There is no player. And here we switch to Dennis, uh, or it was Miloš. I don't, I can't say. It was Dennis. Okay, and you see that his position was quite good. Very okay. There is a bad replay of the goal. In fact, while we have a game, we don't have always time to prepare replays, but this should what should be done, especially when we will have, for example, only two cameras broadcast. There will be a lot of time to look through the replays in preview and prepare the good ones, because you see, once again, the problem of losing the object. It looks like for me that cameraman is following the referee, but now he or she decides to switch to uh, these guys and start following them. But this is quite strange for me. It's better to switch cameras, but not to do like these transitions from one object to another. Here's a very fast zoom out by the camera, I think. Let's look for this. Yes, this is a zoom out, but in fact, the wide shot had better zoom in this episode, but not zoom out because we want to see what happened. Yes, here in the episode which I started in the beginning, we see that there is a very long pause. The guy is running right, he's keeping the ball, running back. We have to show a replay or show some another close-ups during this pause because this is too much attention for these guys, for this guy. Let's see what else we have. Here we have a quite good replay, but played twice for some reason. This is, I think, it's a small mistake, but I want to point it. Here is once again a small mistake from miscommunication with director and close-up camera because close-up was unready. It looks like he was unready or her. So, and you see once again there big yellow pipe which can be cut by using Dennis or using Milosh. And by the way, we will have a pole at the Hibernian Stadium which we will have to wait every time using the side camera. This is a very good shot of the goalkeeper, for example, oh, not goalkeeper, referee, because uh, probably the director could use a close-up view, but then we would have a side view of the referee. But here is the Danish position was the most appropriate for the situation, and I'm happy that it was chosen. Here, once again, what we see. Okay, I don't know what was this episode about. Maybe. Yes, I got it. This should be the end of the replay at this episode because this fly over the ball, following the ball by close view was very bad in my opinion, of course. So here we will have another. This was quite good. You know, this was quite good. If you are able to follow the ball smoothly, the speed of the ball is quite small, low, you can follow it, but you always have to choose. Um, Here is a replay of the goal, which but there is no goal, and it was quite bad. Let's see what we'll have here. Yes, again, the wide shot have to somehow zoom in here because we see a lot of things which we don't need to see. Oh, here, yes, here it is. Good um, zoom in, but again, the ball is somewhere to the two-thirds of the screen. The camera should be much to the right to show the players to whom the goalkeeper will throw the ball. Yes, the next episode here is okay. I don't know what was the idea. Ah, yes, this is a fast zoom. Another fast zoom by. You see this move? This is again closer. Camera was not that ready. Uh, it could be stay like this, like it was before, but just hi Milosh, but but don't just just don't switch the player and stay on him, and then director will cut to another camera. But the camera decided to somehow move. Here we see a very strange view. Okay, this is unfocused image. It's not it's very bad, but we can do anything with this. But The work of the wide shot is very strange in this episode because you see it's not wide shot, it's close up. Okay, I thought that it was wide shot. uh, Again, unready, unready. He was or she was really unready for this. Very bad, very late call by the director. The director should not uh, go into camera if it's not ready. Better stay on the wide shot than to use camera which is not ready. Okay, okay. Here is okay, will be some good replay. Yes, this is a good replay. And yeah, there's a good episode when you it's one of the very small number of episodes. Then all three cameras were used in appropriate way. We had a close-up view of the referee, another camera used for a guy who is going to make this free kick, and then very good timing of switch and zooming by the wide shot. This is a very good episode, and we need to have all the game consist of such episodes when all cameras are used, all zooms are in time, etc. And here is a replay. Too late. It's too late. We missed the main point, but we have a quite long ending of the episode. But still, it's quite okay since there are some emotions. But you see, and this very bad ending. So this replay was not prepared. And here is another episode when we can see the problem. Then we have a corner. We can't see the corner, so we have to fill this pause with close-ups to show the goalkeeper, to show the players, the referee, or someone else. But we have a long pause. Then we decide to show the player who is unseen. It's okay. Then we have about 1 second of cut. You see the horizon is very bad as well, but okay. The position of this camera is bad. So let's see this episode from the beginning, how it looked like in real broadcast. And here is the goal. Bang! And let's see the guy who scored the goal. The wide camera should slowly zoom into the episode. Close up in this situation should follow the ball, and once the goal scored, wait for 1 or 2 seconds after the replay is cut. Switch quickly to these guys to give a close-up view. And as for the third camera, he should concentrate on the goalkeeper, on the bench with referee if there is possibility and angle for this. But here we have a very long wide shot, and then why this guy? He is not the goal scorer. He is not the one who made the pass. Why this guy? I don't know. This is a good replay, but I can't say nothing bad about it. It was quite good. Let's continue. The next episode is okay. This is a changing of the brightness on air. Maybe it was me who came to Yuan and start doing this. It could be okay, but just let's avoid this in our broadcast. Here is very poor work of close-up camera because he or she lost the ball. And this is again the situation. Once again, we repeat to the station. Then the cameras don't know where they are going to show. Now we have two guys. It's okay. Then it unzooms. Then find another guy. And then we have a cut to blue guys. Then we have referee. Then what is it? And you see, the end of the period is one of the most important things because people always lose concentration in these moments. So you should be very attentive. Here we see the statistics disappear, the replays begin, statistics appear for some reason. I think it was a kind of misclick by our statistician. Here is the next episode, and we again see next half. We see a very long pause. The director is not changing cameras. In fact, this could be the moment then we switch directors. For sure, it could be this moment. But generally speaking, I should say that this was an episode, then we needed close-ups. This is another episode of this kind. We have a lot of interesting events, guys who making a warm-up, goalkeeper, referee, or some other, but we are just being on the white shot. Of course, it's again the same episode. I think that we were switching directors this moment, but in general, we should avoid. You can see that the colors between cameras are very strange. And here again, close-up camera loses the object. Object moved, and camera forgot about this and then started moving. Again, following the ball, then throwed in. The color correction here is also not that, and you see the ball was lost. The director should have to cut to the white shot much earlier and not to have this bad transition happen like this. You see it's quite dirty one. And we have cut from one camera to another, which is in fact practically the same, have the same angle, and it looks very bad. Here, once again, I repeated I think many times, but this, you see, this is one of the main mistakes, that late call of the director and unready close up. And director switches cameras, but the camera is not ready now. And only now the camera is ready. But it was too early. This is both the problem of speed of the cameraman who adjusts to the situation and the director who sees that the cameraman is not ready, the view is bad, but he switches the camera. Here, where is, you see that again, bad cut. Okay, thank you. Um, what we have here, great, great zoom work by Dennis. I hope, I think that was Dennis. It's very, very uh, sharp zooming. Better switch to the wide camera again in this situation and not allow this. You see, the director switched to the wide camera, but it was too late. Another episode. Switch to the wide shot here. It's already in a moment like somewhere here when it should be switched, because it's obvious that number 10 will try to shot and the close camera is too close to the episode. He won't do it. It's too difficult. And you see that there was a cut at the very late, at the very, yes, here it is. We have this cut, but it's too late. We missed the episode. Here is some replay. Yes, this is another not prepared replay, which shows us empty net. And here is the end of the game, and once again we are losing concentration. The camera is just moving around looking for someone to show. That's it. So I hope, guys, that you have understand the main points. So I will give the list once again. So this is not readiness of the close and side cameras. This is a result of the poor communication between director and cameramans. So if you are going to make it better, you have to give the call to the cameraman in advance. For example, Milos 1, 2, 3, and this is from the director. And Milos should be, it's not Milos, but it's anyone. For example, Milos should be be ready to have these 2 or 3 seconds to find the optimal position. And the director should, of course, wait for some time. If he sees that the position is not good, don't switch to this camera. No one obliges you to do this. You can show the whole game using wide shot if your cameramen are not ready. Next point is missing objects. Then cameramen are just have no object who they are following. They just the person leaves the shot and camera is still on the empty place. Then the work with zoom for wide shot and close-ups, they are or very sharp, quickly zooms, or too late, too early, but never too early, I would say too late. So another problem, it's more director's problem, that we don't use cameras as much as we can. We have long pauses, then we can switch cameras, and when episodes is for example in the left or right corner, we can use side camera to somehow have a better coverage. As for statistics, uh, of course there are some mistakes, but the main things here is that live statistics were shown not in time. For example, when you have a fall and it's, for example, the 10th fall in the game, it's a good time to show statistics, but not just showing 30 minutes of zero statistics and then in 5 minutes you show just each line of stats one by one. We just somehow have a kind of scenario script in your head that, okay, now we have a 10th or 5th corner or the first corner of the team, so I will show it somehow, give the idea to the viewer that, look, here is the first corner, but it's already 5 minutes before the end of the game, but not just showing it for no reason. And that's it. I think that's it. I hope you will watch this video and see what are the mistakes we have. But you see that the video is 10 minutes and the game is 90, so there are a lot of positive moments. But uh, I would like to concentrate on the mistakes now. Thanks for watching.